Hello and welcome to TotoTCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon news update. So in this news update we're going to be carrying on with Dark Order. This is the newest set which will be coming out in Japan, I think October the 5th, I believe. So hopefully we'll be getting a few more GXs before the set is released. I think hopefully there'll probably be another two. We've already had a look at Incineroar, so that is on the channel already, so definitely check out that. We're getting a reprint, a brand new Incineroar, not a reprint, brand new Incineroar of the Dark, Dark, yeah. Interesting, it's not fire, it's Dark. Possibly might be seeing the other starters getting different cards, which would be pretty cool, but today we're talking about a new GX as well. So, which one is it? Well, let's have a little look. We have got this guy right here, which is Hoopa GX. Now this did have an EX, and it was actually pretty cool. I remember a few people playing against me with Hoopa GX, and it was quite annoying. Definitely something I wanted to get rid of very, very quickly. But this GX looks very, very cool indeed. I like it a lot. It is a dark Pokemon. It is a basic Pokemon as well, with a HP of 190. So, yeah, I have to say I do like that artwork right there. It does look very, very cool indeed. Speaking of artworks, we have already got the full art. The full art was released actually before this artwork was. Again, very much like Incineroar. But we will check out what the full art looks like. So there is the full art right there. A little bit blurry, but you can see exactly what is going on there. And to be honest, I prefer the the actual GX, this one for example, as opposed to this one. It's just my opinion. Not to say this one, I quite like how you can see all six of his hands sort of punching out of the screen. Punching out of the card. That's pretty cool. It's nice. It is definitely very, very cool. I like it a lot. So, let's discuss his moves. So, first one, for one dark, is called Rogue Ring. What does it do? Search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Okay, pretty cool. You are doing that, so you can't just attach the cards that you get or anything like that. You can't use the cards, you're just getting them ready for your next turn. An interesting one. I think it might be nice if that might have allowed you to do maybe like 30 damage or something at the same time. Just so you are doing a bit of damage there. But there we go. Rogue Ring is pretty cool to allow you to get searching out some cards that you want. It can be Pokemon, could be items, could be energy, could be anything you want. So that's pretty nice. Moving on to the next one, for 3 dark, we have Dark Strike. So this does 160 damage, and the Pokemon can't use Dark Strike during your next turn. So you do 160 with a choice band, that'd be 190, enough to take out a Lele, Buzzwole, a lot of basics to be honest. Or at least basic GX, should I say. And basics, we'll go with that. So yeah, it is pretty cool. For 3 dark, you know, that's pretty cool. We did have one, I think it was, what was it? 2 dark, 1 colourless for Darkrai, which only did 130, so that's kind of annoying. We will see that when we get to the what works section, but yeah, that's pretty cool. That is definitely very, very cool. And the fact that, you know, the first move, you can, you know, get the energy, you can search for the energy, maybe a choice band as well, attach that. It might take 3 turns obviously to power this guy up, but it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. So the GX is called Devil Hand GX, again for 3 dark, and this is a pretty interesting one. Choose 6 of your opponent's Pokemon GX and EX and do 30 damage to each of those Pokemon. Now, what isn't on here, but you can do it, is that you can actually choose the same GX over and over and over again. So 6 times 30 on one GX. 180 damage being spread all across the board because of that GX. Now, of course, people sometimes don't have GXs, which is kind of annoying. But being able to probably spread it, and especially if you've maybe done a bit of damage and they're on the bench and you think, well, I could knock that out and this out with just one move, possibly 2 GXs, you never know. That's 4 prizes possibly taken. But yeah, I think it could be a pretty cool one indeed, you know, even if you just decide, and it's only the GX and EX, so it can't be for any non-GX and EX. I mean, in this format at the moment, it is just Pokemon GX. So if they have a Lele, you could probably knock that out pretty easily. This will be doing 180 damage, so you'd have to use all of them to knock it out. But it's worth it. It is worth it, especially if it's on the bench or something. It could be worth it. So, yeah, pretty interesting GX there, and I like the fact that, you don't have to just do 30 to 1, 30 to 1, 30 to 1. You can just be like, bang, have all of it. So I like it. I like it a lot. So let's finish off the card here. So, of course, when it is knocked out, your opponent will get 2 prize cards. It has a weakness to fighting, it has a resistance to psychic, and it has 3 retreat. It does have 3 energy on it, but obviously we do all know that there are some ways of getting not free retreat, but reduced amounts. So I'm yawning for some reason. I really have to apologise. I really do apologise for that. But Hooper has got his spell on me. He's like, haha, you cannot talk about me whilst getting sleepy. Anyway, let's crack on with the what works. Okay, Zoroark wants to pop up straight away there. So we have Zoroark Gx. Of course, that does have the trade ability, so you can use that. You maybe do the Hoopa GX, spread damage nicely, bring up your Zoroark, and just keep doing righteous beating, righteous beating, righteous beating. For example, trade obviously does help with that, so very, very nice. We've also got Guzzlord GX here. Throw that in there. It's a dark Ultra Beast. Very ideal if you've got beast strings going. That could really speed that up very nicely. And Glutton GX could be a very interesting one to try and get going, especially if you try and weaken it with Hooper first with the GX, although you can't use 2 GXs, so there is a problem there. But of course you could, you could still attack it and do the, 180? No, 160, sorry. Do the 160, then you do Glutton GX for a possible knockout. That is 4 prize cards. Happy days. We got Devoured Field as well. Very good way of increasing the amount of damage you're dealing. It does do 160 with a choice band. That's 190. Then with this thing, 200. That's a pretty nice number to hit. A lot of EV evolutions have 200 health, so that is going to be very, very nice indeed. Ultra of the Moon as well, a very good stadium as well. Of course, if it does have the dark energy attached, then it is 2 less for retreat, which is pretty cool. So you don't only be getting rid of 1 energy, which is pretty cool. Unless you have a skateboard on there, then it's free. Happy days. And then lastly, we've got Darkrai GX. It was 2 dark, 1 colourless for Dark Cleave for 130. I like the ability though. I really do like how you can get it out of the discard pile with an energy attached on it. It would just be better if Dark Cleave did a little bit more damage. But yeah, some interesting stuff there that could work with this thing. I think Zoroark's the more viable. Guzzlord could be just a one-off. But definitely either one of those stadiums, if not, try and get a mixture of both in there, because the extra damage and slash retreat is going to be really cool. So, let's have a look at the Guess the GX, the answer from our last video, which would have been Incineroar GX. So, I gave you that picture right there. What was that? Well, it was Thunderous Gx. Now, this guy came out in a box set, 2 of them actually, Thunderous and I think it was Tornadus. I think it was Tornadus. Tornadus and Thunderous both had GX cards. I haven't opened them on the channel, but don't worry, I will be. Trust me, I will be. So, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty nice indeed. And it's an interesting card. Very interesting. But hopefully when we do open it on the channel, we'll go through it in a bit more detail. And then the Guess the GX for this episode. Let's have a little look at what we got. So we got that picture there, that one right there, and that right there. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on what that GX is. And yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button below for more news updates. As soon as another GX comes out and I have time, I will indeed be putting a video up. But apart from that, I'll leave it here for this video, and I will see you guys in the next video on the channel.